Have you always wanted to start a business but never knew exactly the first step to begin? You're flooded with tons of questions and you end up becoming a little bit like a deer in the headlights. Well, this video is perfect for you because I am going to be talking all about how to get started with your business. Now, I know that I talk a lot about QuickBooks, accounting, finances, but I really felt like there needed to be a place for some practical advice on how to get started with your business. And what the heck, I'll throw in some personal stories as well. Hi, my name is Edrina. I am the owner and accountant here at Accounting by Edrina, and I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my channel. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure to subscribe so you are aware of new videos coming out every week. So this is the first in a series of videos that I'm going to be talking about just really practical steps on how to get started with your business. So maybe you already have like a hobby in mind, like maybe you are already creating something, maybe it's jewelry, maybe it's art pieces, maybe it is ceramics, and you want to start selling that. So you have this hobby and you want to start kind of like making an income from it. Or maybe even you have a service in mind. So like for me, I was already working in the accounting field and I thought like, I feel like I can do this as my own business on the side. I can be a bookkeeper to different people. And from there, my mind just kind of expanded when it came to like what I could do on my own versus staying in one business and learning all the things about that one particular business. But maybe your service is more about like painting fences or gardening or working on someone's pool, walking the dogs, babysitting, whatever the case may be. I have a series of questions that I'm going to walk you through right now that you can kind of help start thinking and forming what it would look like for you to turn that hobby into a business or to turn that service into a business. All right, so for the first question, we have to establish what we're going to be doing, right? So what is your service, your art, your craft? What is that? Now, I would definitely say that you need to know that art, craft, service very well. If you do not have that skill set yet, then I would highly suggest that you start researching ways in which you can start learning more about that service or that craft that you can do. I would also venture to say that you need to do some research when it comes to the people that are in your area, how much they're selling their craft for or their service for, or whatever the case may be, because it's going to differ from area to area. You know, I'm in California and maybe you're in a different state, and I don't know the variances between, you know, what a bookkeeper makes here in California and versus maybe in Florida or wherever you are. New York might be really different from Los Angeles. So that is the very first question. What is it that you're going to be doing? The second question you want to make sure to ask yourself is who will you be serving? So if you are a babysitter and you want to turn that into like a money-making machine, like who are you going to be marketing? You're definitely going to be marketing young parents that have small children, because that's where you're going to find they're going to need the most babysitting help or even being a nanny. Now, if you're doing a craft, maybe you want to start researching how much Etsy is so that you can start putting your craft, your items, your jewelry up on Etsy so that you can start selling it that way. So I'm just kind of like throwing out some ideas and brainstorming along with you. I would definitely recommend that if you are getting your juices flowing, get out a pen and a paper and start writing some of these questions down so that it can help you form what your business will be. All right, the third question is your why. So why will you be starting a business? So is this a business that you're going to be starting on the side of your full-time job? Is this a business that you're going to be starting on the side while you're taking care of a small child at home? Is this a transition period where you don't have a full-time job and so you just need something to fill the time? Whatever the case may be, try to figure out and really search within yourself, like, why do you want to start this business? What is it that you're looking for? So for me, when I was thinking about this, a few years ago, probably like 5 years ago now, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I started, what happened was I came off kind of like a couple of like not too great workplaces. So I had a couple of toxic situations for me, not saying that it was toxic for everyone, but it was definitely toxic for me. I definitely wanted to see if there was a way that I can get out of that situation and start creating a business for myself. So that was kind of like the main like push for me. I was looking for independence. I was looking for a less structured environment, and I was definitely looking to have some flexibility and some freedom within my days and my weeks. And it's funny because when you start thinking about that, starting a business is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of energy to get here, to get to this place. And so that's kind of like why you have to kind of search within yourself as to why you want to start this business, because it's going to take up a good chunk of your time. There is that commitment, and it's a commitment you're making to yourself at first, right? Because this is something that you want to do. So you're committing to yourself that you're going to be starting this business, and that's also going to have an impact on your family, on your friends, not being able to see them as often because you will be busy with other things. Now, the next couple of questions I would make sure that you're asking yourself is, where will you work on your business, and when will you be working on your business? Because those are going to be very important times for you. So now, if you are married, then I would definitely make sure that you talk with your partner about all of these ideas, because it's going to also impact their schedule. And I would also say, like, maybe you don't have kind of like a set place, you don't have an office like I do here. In my last apartment, I actually just created a little corner office in my living room, and that's where I really honed down and started my business. And so you kind of have to do what you have to do in order to make it work to start off. Maybe it's your garage, maybe it's the dining room, and maybe it's your bedroom. Maybe it's a little section in your bedroom. That's where you're going to dedicate to starting your business, working on your business. And then figure out the times. When are you going to be working on your business? If you're in a like 9-to-5 job right now, then you want to make sure that there's a little bit of a buffer between when you end your last job and then when you start your business after hours. Now, you can structure it however it works for you, but I definitely would say, like, you're going to need that buffer time, because there's going to be that transition that you'll need with your brain, your mental, physical, everything, because it's going to take all of you to start your business. So there's definitely a time, physical constraints, and commitments. And then the last question that I would say is, how will you carry out your craft, your art, and your service? Where will you be marketing? Will you start maybe a website? Will you start social media? Will you start an email list? A lot of marketers out there kind of like have their own take on what needs to come first. But I really would say, like, whatever works for you, find something that works for you. So if you're writing all of this stuff down, I want to make sure that you're keeping everything organized. And I wanted to recommend to you, in order to keep things organized, I like using Asana. Asana really helps me out with not just my day-to-day tasks, but also my team's tasks day-to-day. And so I want to suggest that you look for those free services out there that can help you during this period of time where you're starting your business and you're not necessarily sure that you have a lot of money to invest in it up front, but you want to get started right away. So there's tons of free stuff online, and I'll even try and link some of the websites that I use that are free down in the description box below. All right, friends, that's all I have for you today. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to comment down below and let me know what you enjoyed about it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I will look for you in the next video.